Welcome to the F word, and in case you're wondering what the F stands for, it's food, of course.
I've taken over this restaurant, and for the next 9 weeks, I'll be cooking seasonal 3-course meals for 60 invited diners. I've adapted my restaurant recipes so that everything I cook here is something you can cook at home.
Between now and Christmas, we're going to eat, drink, talk food.
If it's on your plate, in your fridge, or in your supermarket, it will be here.
Right, Sarge, ready? Yes. Let's go, yes? And I want the foie gras nicely coloured, Ronnie, yes?
Yes, Gordon.
Let's go. Greg, taste everything. And we're working together, aren't we? Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like it, does it? This Saturday sees the launch of the National Vegan Week, and in order to help celebrate, we're doing an amazing starter of lentils, cooked with carrots, leeks and celeriac, finished with a slab of foie gras.
Also on the menu tonight, a fantastic herb-crusted rack of lamb that you can make this weekend. Just 59 days to go, meet the F Word Restaurant's Christmas dinner.
Anthony all over the stone! Oh, no!
And I filled the place with women to launch my campaign to get women back in the kitchen. Amongst the diners is Martine, who can't even boil an egg.
I don't have saucepans or frying pans. I don't own one. And I've got paper plates, because then I can just chuck it in the bin. I don't have to wash it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Quick. Now, foie gras can be duck liver or goose liver. This is actually duck liver, and it actually looks like a sort of block of butter. But you get it really nice and crispy on the sides, and inside it should be served slightly pink, but you've got to be quick. If you leave it in the pan too long, it disappears. Let's go.
Most people would never think of cooking foie gras, but it's so simple. Don't leave it to the restaurant chefs, try it at home. It's easier than frying an egg.
Good. More salt in there, please. Come on, taste it. First of all, let me show you. Don't worry about starting with oil, you know that. Because foie gras is 90% what?
Fat.
Fat. So why are you putting fat in the pan?
Stupidly.
Stupidly. Which piece of them would you put in first?
The biggest.
Why?
Because it takes longer to cook.
Good. Second biggest. Third biggest. And smallest in. Right. Now, we take it off the heat.
Yeah.
There's enough heat in there to still colour it. Tilt the pan. Helps cook the back of the foie gras, yes?
Okay.
Back on the heat. And turn it around again. Look at the difference in colour now, through there. Now it's starting to break down. And tilt the pan back up, and then just a little glaze over. Yeah? Nicely. And they should all come out evenly, yes?
Yeah.
Turn them around again. Carefully, yes?
I'm serving the foie gras on a bed of Puy lentils. Don't use red lentils, as they'll turn to mush. They're cooked together with what we call a brunoise. That's finely chopped vegetables that have been sautéed. Then I bind the whole thing together with a fragrant herb vinaigrette.
Foie gras on the lentils, let's go. Are you happy with those?
Yes, chef.
Wipe the plates. Go, send it. Second time, Matthew. Table 5.
Foie gras excites a lot of passion because some people think it's cruel, but I think it's delicious, and you should try everything at least once.
I was a foie gras virgin before I came here, and I really wanted to try it, so definitely a good choice.
It tastes like butter. It tastes like the most delicious, velvety, buttery, creamy deliciousness that just slivers down your throat. It's the most fabulous taste in your mouth, and it's slightly crispy, but then inside it's all just like velvet stroking you inside your mouth. It's delicious.
Well, I thought the starter was quite nice, actually, really lovely, nice and smooth, worked well with the vegetables, and it's something that I couldn't possibly cook myself, really.
I heard the girl on the next table say, "Oh, I'm not eating that." So we kind of had a word with our waiter, who negotiated that plate came over here as well.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You well?
Yeah, really well, thank you very much.
Enjoy the foie gras?
Yeah, lovely, really nice foie gras.
So how many times a week would you eat out, normally?
Well, I eat out loads because I can't cook to save my life. I've probably got a few crackers and some crunchy nut cornflakes in the cupboard.
Mum must have taught you how to cook somewhere along the line, no?
Well, she tried, but she kind of gave up with me when I was about 22. She got me a wok, I said, you can't go wrong, you should chuck everything in and cook it. And I cooked fish with vegetables, and I didn't cook the fish properly. And I was sick for about 12 days, and since then I was so ill, Gordon, I can't do it again.
So you prefer eating out rather than cooking?
God, yeah, especially when I've got someone like you cooking for me. How can I compete with that?
Main course, rack of lamb.
Ooh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Boulanger potatoes, courgettes, Provençal, tomatoes, herbs, light vinaigrette again. I'll be back after that.
All right.
Please eat it all.
I will.
In fact, the only thing I want you to leave
Yeah.
are the bones.
Do you know what? You're the man of my dreams. You're the first man who's told me to make sure I eat it all.
Clean plate.
I've never had that problem.
Enjoy your lamb.
I will.
Pink, medium, well done.
For me, well done.
No chance. Pink.
Oh no, I've got to eat raw meat now.
Oh dear, Mr.
Gordon.
Another day, another meal.
Yep, another day, another meal.
Do you ever feel guilty going out to eat for a living?
I never feel guilty about anything at all.
And I wonder what it'd be like to actually be a food critic, sort of 365 days a year.
Unimaginably good. So much better than being a chef, I can't tell you.
Listen, before Christmas, it's really important. I would love to have a food critic in the kitchen just to show you an insight to what it's like doing a full day's work and being up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's like saying to a policeman, I'd like you to spend a day in prison. I know it's bad in there. That's why I'm not in there.
As a critic, what do you think of the starter?
I've had better, but then I have so much. It's a great piece of foie gras.
Yeah.
You know, they're from nice ducks, aren't they?
Yeah, they're Hungarian.
Yeah, but in terms of the provenance of it, it's nice to know at least that it came from. I'm quite nutty about that sort of thing.
There is a rumour, OK, that you went into a restaurant once and actually asked the name of the pig before you ate it.
Yes, I have done that, but really the name of the farm will do. And even though you laugh at me, you're more and more into this. You've got something going on at home which is fairly sort of Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall style, haven't you?
I mean, I live in the city. I want my children to learn and understand where their food comes from. What's this for?
For the turkeys to live in.
That's right. And why have they got so much space?
So they can run around.
Run around and get what?
And get exercise. Get
Exercise. Exactly, get fat and get exercise.
Surprise, surprise, Gordon's had one of his fantastic ideas, which I'm not exactly over the moon about. He's decided that we are going to grow Christmas lunch. He wants to make the children understand that Christmas lunch, actually comes from somewhere, not just from the supermarket. So we're going to fatten up the turkeys and grow our own vegetables.
But Meg, I think you're going to get really attached to them, you know that? Holly, they'll be tough old birds. I want to hear the noise, though. No louder. Lily Pie, go, quick, jump on, come on, quick. Jump, and again jump, and again jump. They've got to be in this pen, and we've got to keep them away from the foxes.
Okay.
We've got a problem in this setting with foxes because there's a lot of them around, there's woods behind. What we're going to do is enclose everything with wire, chicken wire, and we're going to bury that into the ground 18 inches.
Who's going to help me?
Me.
My once perfect garden that I've spent all summer having landscape gardeners is now going to be ruined.
If you're naughty, you're sleeping out here with the turkeys as well. Yes?
Yes, Dad.
OK. You understand why we're here, don't you? Yeah? We're going to choose 6 of these birds to take home, OK, to fatten up for Christmas. Are you hungry? Would you like to eat one?
We have both bronze and white turkeys. They're all free range, so there's very little difference in it. The bronze are just a little bit gamier in flavour, and it's just personal preference, really.
Chris needs 6 turkeys for Christmas. The idea of bringing them in here today was to sort of give them a sense of where they come from, to make them understand that Christmas Day isn't just coming out of a supermarket. Jack, have you caught one yet? Come on!
We've got 4,000 turkeys here
4,000.
on this farm, yeah.
So how old are they?
These are 16 weeks old, these
16,
ones.
and they
Yeah.
go right up to 24.
Well, these will be about 24 weeks.
And what's the difference in weight?
We'll sell the bronze turkeys from about 7 or 8 pounds oven ready right up to sort of 30 pounds oven ready.
£30. OK, 3 more. Matilda, you've got one. Bye, Chris. Thank you.
Turkeys need a diet which is rich in cereals, and so we put at least 70% wheat, barley, oats into the diet, and that gives us a lovely finish, and that gives you a marvellous Christmas lunch.
Lily, Daddy's driving, they're shitting themselves. There you go. Hold him then. Welcome him home. Now, we have to think of some names for them. And I thought, OK, because there's 6 of them, OK, we've got 1 each, OK?
Yeah.
We'll name them after chefs. OK? Yes? Yours is called Gary. That's the one with a spiky bum.
Gary!
Gary! Yours walks a bit funny, so we'll call him Jamie. Oh, no, look. There it is, the stubborn one down the end, the one who wants to be on the lonely bird. That's Delia. What's yours called, Lily Pie? Anthony, that's right, the little dumpy one. Like you. Oh, Jack, look after Nigella. This is the real sort of happy, chirpy chappy with a big neck. We'll call him Ainsley. Lily, why don't we take them through and just show them the oven very quickly?
No, don't!
Open the door.
No! Help! Daddy, no!
Yes, he'll fit in. Right, listen. We've got to roast them soon.
Daddy, don't!
Anthony, shit all over the stove! Oh, no! Hey! Oh. And let's just check he's underneath there, look. Right, put him into bed now, please. Come on, Anthony, move your ass. Get in there. That's right. Do you want a little kiss on the breast? No, all right. Only asking. Right, come on, say good night.
Night, Delia.
Right, Chris.
Hi, Gordon.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Lovely meal. Thank you.
Good. That's slightly different from eating turkey, however.
Yeah, but I have got to sort of just make sure my turkeys are fine with you.
I can guarantee that the turkeys are in fine order, getting very plump and shitting everywhere.
Just put it down to experience.
Yep.
You know, where
Okay.
there's muck, there's money.
Any tips that you may have that I could pick up on to sort of, I suppose, make them feel a little bit more at home?
Just make sure they've got plenty of room,
Yes.
got plenty of food, water, and you let them in and out each day on time, OK?
Right.
And maybe give them a bit more grass when they've eaten off all the grass in that little pen you got them in.
Give them more grass.
It's worth it.
So Nigella's plump breasts are going to taste a lot better than more grass in my back garden she eats.
I reckon so, yeah.
Next on the menu, rack of lamb. And this bloke thinks his dessert is better than mine, but he has got more hair than brains.
Would you like to be a proper chef one day?
Oh, God, no.
What would put you off the hours?
You, mate.
I'm scared!
And I teach Martine McCutcheon how to sharpen a knife.
Now?
So I've been doing everything like this with you, Gordon.
Just like 9.5 weeks. There you go. Welcome back to the F Word, the place that you can find out everything you need to know about food. Next up is the main course. Season the courgettes, yes? Fresh basil in there? Yeah. I'll open it up and season it. Let's go. Main course tonight is the beautiful rack of lamb served with a boulanger potato and sauté courgettes with tomato provençal. And I'd never ever thought I'd ever say this, I promise. However, here's one I made earlier. Rack of lamb. This is the Rolls Royce of lamb. It is every chef's dream to cook this. In kitchens, especially my kitchens, we always season on plates because we don't want to waste any salt, pepper. So once we've seasoned from a height, we then get the rack of lamb and almost sort of rub it in and let the lamb absorb all that salt and pepper, so we're wasting nothing.
Hot pan, olive oil.
It's simple mathematics. No colour, no flavour. Get some colour on there.
Skin side down, hot oven, 7 to 8 minutes. Herb crust.
I'll just pick some parsley in.
Parsley, rosemary, thyme.
That parsley gives it a really nice dark green colour.
Grate parmesan and season.
And then just a drizzle of olive oil to bring it together.
Blitz it.
Comes out amazing, eh?
Firm with the spring, and it will be cooked perfectly pink. Dijon mustard.
Whilst it's hot, the sort of mustard absorbs and melts quickly into the fat and just makes it a lot more flavoursome. And it's almost like sort of dipping your lolly in sherbet.
Crisp the breadcrumbs, 3 to 4 minutes.
Onto the plate.
Herb crusted rack of lamb, done.
Right, how long for the lamb?
2.5 minutes, Miss Bud.
Let's go. I want it together, yes? 5 and 5, yeah? Let's go. I'm joined by a hand-picked kitchen brigade. Over there is Ronnie. He's been with me now nearly 3 years. Quite a delicate touch and a bloody good cook. Greg, this guy used to be a management consultant until he saw the pilot light, and he cooks as if he's been in the kitchen 20 years. He's only been in trade 3 years. And every chef has a right-hand man, and my right-hand man is Sarge. He's been by my side now for close to 10 years. The other two cooks in the kitchen who look absolutely petrified are our trainees. We call them commies.
Matthew's a 20-year-old waiter who's desperate to make the step into the kitchen. Miller is 24 and works in corporate hospitality. She's passionate about food, but can she handle being bossed about?
Move your ass.
Neither of them has worked in a professional kitchen before.
With the lamb, we're serving a boulanger potato. The most important thing about this particular potato is like a layered cake. Got these wonderful caramelised onions, potatoes, onions, and then it's cooked with a really nice stock, so it acts as a bit of a sauce. Perfect for this time of year, and perfect with the lamb. Lamb, please.
Boulanger potatoes are easy to cook, but look sophisticated and are absolutely delicious. Simply fine slice potatoes and lay them in a dish with sautéed onions. Season between the layers and pour some chicken stock over the top. Into the oven for 15 minutes and that's it, like dauphinoise, but if anything, healthier and easier.
Let's go, Ronnie. Lamb in. 4 minutes on the hot plate.
Yep.
And serving with the lamb, we've got the sort of sauté courgettes with tomato, like provençal, finished with a little bit of basmati vinegar. Courgettes are a very difficult vegetable to cook because a lot of people don't cook them enough. So therefore they get a little bit slimy. But soaking them in olive oil, beautifully done with salt, pepper, finished with a tablespoon of basmati vinegar. It's a really nice way of eating them. Just smell that now in front there. Smell in there. Yes? OK. How long for the first lamb?
2.5, please, Gordon.
How long? No, come on. Yeah, no, I started already. I said both, 5 and 5. Come on, let's go then.
Yeah.
Yes? 2.5, right. I want 2 pans done at any one time.
Sarge?
Don't send anything yet.
Yes.
Go on, Matthew.
How long on that lamb? Never thought I'd say that.
No. Listen, don't come here. Hey, I'm helping you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Don't take the piss out of me.
Sorry.
I'm helping you. So what the are you shouting at me? How long
Sorry,
the lamb?
chef.
Or are you that stupid? So I'm here to help you, and now you're shouting at me how long the lamb.
Yeah.
Slice the lamb.
Yeah.
Do it yourself.
Sorry, chef.
Let's go, Miller.
Stupid.
Pull the plates in towards you so you can see them all the way around. Shake the bottle, Miller. Shake the bottle. Why are we shaking it, Miller?
To make sure it's emulsified.
So, exactly. So it's evenly distributed. Come on, let's go. Right, let's go. Come on. Yes? Come on, Matthew. Start sending. Start sending, Matthew. Clean your plates. Come on. 6 on 5, Miller, yes? Matthew, 6 on 15, yes? Check what you're doing. Go.
I've got 6 on 15, please.
Let's go.
So to follow, rack of lamb, pomme boulangère, and courgette à la provençale.
It's enormous.
Merci bien.
Fantastic.
Bonne continuation.
Let's go. Work with both hands, Matthew. Speed up. Ladies, how are we doing? Yeah, good to see you. I'd like to see you with a bone in your mouth. Happy?
Very happy.
Yes, good.
I thought it was lovely. The lamb was cooked to perfection. I love the lamb ping.
You're going to finish that?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'll get upset if you don't finish it. You know that. How many glasses of wine have you had?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot. Fantastic, yes? Good to see you.
I was vegetarian until 2 weeks ago, and I'm converted 110% now. I did think it was a bit pink, but the taste is just fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Laughing and singing, hello.
Oh, no, you devoured it. You finished it.
Do you know what? I loved it.
Serious?
I've never had lamb rare before. I've always been a bit scared of the blood, but I love this. It's nice, not too much blood oozing out.
No, and this time of year, autumn, has to be the perfect time. You said you don't cook at home. You must sort of cook something. Must be I don't know.
I do toast, and I do scrambled eggs in a microwave. You put it in, I put a little bit of butter and a bit of sea salt in because it makes me feel like a chef.
You cook scrambled egg?
Yeah.
In a microwave?
Yeah. I don't have saucepans or frying pans. I own one, and I've got paper plates because then I can just chuck it in the bin. I don't have to wash it.
Beautiful kitchen, nothing in it.
No plates?
Nothing.
Microwave to cook scrambled egg in? Have you got any knives in the kitchen?
A couple of normal ones, yeah.
I'm going to borrow you just for 2 minutes. I'm going to show you something absolutely crucial in the kitchen.
No.
Don't worry about that now. Just for 2 minutes. Now, the most important thing about being in the kitchen, OK, is learning, OK, to sharpen a knife.
Goosebumps. Oh,
no. Goosebumps where?
There.
They're absolutely fine. Right. OK, what's that called? That's a...
Looks like something you measure rings on. Don't measure rings in the jewellers.
Oh, shit. That's a steel.
Okay.
So we hold the steel there, left hand, and you sharpen a knife. That way you can cut your vegetables nice and thin, you can cut your meat nice and thin, you can slice your fish. Right, left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Yeah, OK, so...
That's in my left hand, though.
Hold that in that hand. There, right. Just nice and slowly. Bend the wrist and show some flexibility on the wrist. There you go. Nice and slow. Be careful you don't cut yourself. There you go.
I never thought I'd be doing anything like this with you, Gordon.
Just like 9.5 weeks. There you go. Now, bend that wrist. It's too stiff, the wrist. So you're left-handed or right-handed?
I'm scared. That's
What's wrong with the wrist? There's no flexibility in that wrist. There. Now, you... No. Grace it. Nice big, long strokes. Nice big, long strokes of the knife. And there you go. Close your eyes. There you go.
There we go. Fabulous.
All
Well,
the
I'd
way
like to
down.
close my eyes.
Yeah, no, because you just listen to the noise. Hear the noise.
Okay.
Yes?
There we go.
Yeah.
Bit of
there you go.
rhythm.
Look, there you go. That nice. There you go. OK. So now you know how to sharpen a knife.
Is there anything else you want me to do?
For now? No.
Yay! I can go back.
There you go. Jesus Christ almighty. OK, 5 lamb, yes?
Oh, I thought, oh, God, he's going to get me to cut carrots really quickly with this knife. I can just feel it. He said that my wrist was too stiff.
You probably weren't relaxed.
I said I was scared. And then he was sort of a bit of an innuendo with it, and I thought, I'm not happy about that. That would do me no good whatsoever.
Your concentration phase.
Oh, I know, but he said, close your eyes. I thought, oh, God, what's he going to do to me? I've got a knife in my hand. That's a brave man, to ask me to have a knife and sharpen it with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
That's a brave man. Gordon Ramsay, you're a brave man. Goodness gracious, I'm shaking.
How's it going, mate?
How's the lamb?
Absolutely fantastic. It's really, really good. A very manly dish, and I noticed that you've got almost exclusively women in the restaurant tonight. Is this you trying to set me up with somebody, or what's up?
I'm launching a campaign to get women back in the kitchen.
Oh, you dog. Do you think they want to go there? No.
And do you know what? I'm fed up with the customers coming into the kitchen. 90% of them now. Oh. They're all cooking at home. They're male.
I'm amazed, though. You actually went to the lengths of commissioning a survey to prove your point. And this proved, apparently, that 3/4 of women who can't cook... it's not that they can't cook and they don't care. They can't cook, they regret it.
I'm personally going on a mission now to invite every woman in the country, OK, to get me in their kitchen. I'm going to offer my services to the women of Britain starting tonight.
Excuse me, sir.
Our survey showed that more men than women find cooking a pleasure, while more women believe it's a chore. I've been out and about across the country, and I've been shocked by what I've found.
And look, brand new pan, never been used before. The place is more set out like a cocktail bar as opposed to a kitchen.
Over the next 9 weeks, I'm going to be helping women across the country to get back in their kitchens.
Why can't you cook?
I am a bit clumsy.
I know how to do it. I know you're supposed to do that.
I poisoned my best friend.
Oh, dear. From steak and chips to Sunday roast, they'll discover the pleasure of cooking for their friends, their families and themselves.
Smells fantastic. It does. It never smells like this.
And in return, I want to promise that each woman will say goodbye for good to meals of Chardonnay and crisps.
How many tins of baked beans have you got?
And hello to fantastic home-cooked food.
I've never had that many people sat around my table.
What about a round of applause, Mummy? Yeah, thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Mummy. Wait, tell the neighbours, the kitchen's been used! The kitchen's been used!
Right. Well, Gordon reckons there must be millions of women in Britain who can't cook, and so he plans between now and Christmas to get as many of them as he can back in the kitchen. So he's asked me to tell you that if you're a woman and you can't cook and you think he could help, get in touch with us via the website. Better still, if you're a man and you've got a daughter or a wife or a sister who can't cook, let us know and we'll see if we can't do you a favour. And I tell you what, if you can cook, get in touch with us anyway, especially if you're single. Put my name on it. Maybe enclose a photograph.
The production, the people on Star Now, the people at
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ah, hello.
Enjoy lamb?
I love my lamb.
Enjoy the foie gras?
Fabulous.
When was the last time you cooked in the kitchen?
At the weekend.
At the weekend?
Yeah.
Damn. When was the last time you cooked in the kitchen?
A month ago.
A month ago. See, Jane? Yeah? My campaign to get women
Further back than that.
To get women back in the kitchen. The campaign was launched because over the last 4 or 5 years, 90% of the people coming into my kitchen, and fascinated about the cooking, are not the women. They're sat at the table having wine and cocktails.
Yeah, but that's because the men have got time to come into... You know, you can spend 24 hours marinading a gherkin, but women have got other things.
Yeah, no, I
we've
totally
got
agree
the kids, we've got the housework. You
Like
don't do
men.
the housework.
Yes,
When
I
did
do
you
the
not?
Men have fallen in love with the kitchens. Women have fallen out of love with their kitchens.
Well, these two are too young, but us two,
Right.
we were the
It's gonna be a
generation...
really good argument now, you know that.
No, we were the generation, we were told
Yes.
we would be having it all.
Yeah.
We're not having it all, we're doing it all.
Right.
And we haven't got time to go
cook.
in the kitchen and ponce about marinating something for 24 hours. The only reason you can do that is because you've got a lovely wife who's at home with your Guantanamo Bay turkeys
Guantanamo Bay.
in the garden.
Come on, Jane, you owe it to yourself. When was the last time you cooked?
I haven't cooked for ages, I haven't got time. I'm
make
doing
time.
homework, I'm doing housework.
Yes, school runs.
I'm doing work.
Yes, OK.
I'm doing all the things that my husband doesn't do.
My grandmother cooked because she loved cooking. She did all the things that you did without the washing machine
Granny.
and without the Hoover.
Yeah,
without
and
anything else.
done everything Jane just said, but Jane's saying now today's modern woman doesn't have to cook because they're busy.
I think
Rubbish.
I think that one of the art and the pride of being a great cook is making that time. Don't go shopping.
But it's not.
Cook.
Yeah, but it's not spending 3 or 4 hours in the kitchen. It's just cooking. Less time with the nails, less time with the hair, more time with the kitchen, Jane.
The nails, can we look at the nails? They
Less time with the nails, less time with the hair, more time with the kitchen, Jane.
Rubbish.
Busy, busy. See ya. Dear, oh dear.
Next on the menu, it's pudding time. Al Murray takes me on with his recipe for bread and butter pudding.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting. It's not disgusting.
Giles Corrin goes in search of the truth about the drunkard's favourite, the doner kebab.
The doner kebab turns out to be a gourmet production.
Welcome back to the F word. Now, it's the dessert time, and that means bread and butter pudding. And the reason why it is a bread and butter pudding, because Al Murray challenged me to make one better than him.
Each week on the F word, a guest will attempt to beat me by making their favourite dessert. We'll each use our own recipe for the same pudding, and a panel of blind tasters will choose their favourite. The winning dessert will be served to the restaurant diners. Bring it on, Kojak. You haven't got a hope.
Right, Mr. Murray, you really think you can cook better than me?
Oh, yeah, Gordon.
You're having a laugh, aren't you?
No, this is, you know, dead simple. This is the whole Murray food philosophy.
Simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
OK, so it's a thick-cut loaf, currants, bit of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting. Is that it?
It's not disgusting.
So how many eggs you put in there?
3.
You tight bastard. In my bread and butter pudding, I'm going to use 3 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks, so it gets really nice, rich, delicious custard. Can you stop watching me? Because I think you were trying to steal my recipe. Would you like to be a proper chef one day?
Oh, God, no. No.
What would put you off the hours?
You, mate.
What do you mean, me?
Well, you know, clearly plays havoc with a person, being a chef. I mean, I've hung out with Sarge a lot, and he's not normal.
So what have you done first? Tell me.
Well, I've done the bread. I've buttered the pan. You have to butter the pan, children.
Yeah.
Butter the pan, or it won't come off the pan when you're washing it up.
What are you flavouring your custard with?
Well, sugar and lemon.
No alcohol?
No alcohol, no. Are you putting alcohol in yours?
Do you know, it's sort of autumn, so I'm going to put a little bit of Bailey's cream in there.
That's classy.
You know what ladies like when they love Bailey's and ice?
It's a fruit-based drink for the lady, yeah.
But, you know, and do you know what? It just makes that a little bit moreish.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe you.
You see, my baguettes are 24 hours old.
Are they?
Yes.
That's what I'd heard.
So because the drier they are,
yeah,
the more custard they absorb.
The more custard they absorb.
Yeah, like you've got big, fat, stodgy bread.
Yeah.
It's not going to absorb any custard. It's going to like eating dry bread. Ow. You can't do that to our customers.
They're your customers. I'm not here next week.
So what do you put at the bottom of your dish?
Butter, and then
No,
the bread, and then the
just
bread
butter.
on top. Buttered bread on top of the butter.
You see, I'm
like
putting a
that.
little bit of surprise at the bottom of mine.
Oh, that's exciting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what you're actually doing here. What's this?
Dried cranberries.
Oh, they're delicious.
Aren't they? Aren't they?
It's just a relief I've got cystitis, because it's exactly what I need.
I know, come on. Hey, that's unfair. Now, I haven't tasted yours.
That's good for the urinary tract, that is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is, actually. Have you soaked these?
Yes.
They're quite juicy.
Just in hot water, that's all, just to sort of rehydrate them a little bit.
Oh, right. So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, you get the custard, right, which I didn't bother cooking, right, because there's no point, it's just going to cook in the oven anyway, right? He's complicating it again. And you pour the custard in, on top, you put the raisins on, I've got some raisins left. You see, this is how I cook in a haphazard manner, ladies and gentlemen. I defy anyone to argue with my bread and butter pudding.
OK, whilst Al is making this bread and butter sandwich full of raisins, what we've got here is the most amazing sort of soaked 24-hour-old baguette, and it's done with a sort of Bailey's custard. In between the layers, we've got sultanas, golden raisins, a little bit of apricot jam, and then we're going to cover the top of that with sugar so it caramelises as it cooks in the oven. And that's going to be 10 times better than old Sheffy's over there that tastes like stale bread that's been dipped in ale and left outside for 3 weeks, and even the cat won't eat it. OK, ready for the oven?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Here it comes.
Now, just before it goes in there, just have a look.
Yeah.
And even before they're cooked,
yeah,
you know exactly which one's going to come out best with their blind tasters.
That one.
Oh, come on, Al.
The normal one.
You know, it's not down to the appearance, is it?
No, it's down to the
flavour.
taste. What matters is the taste, yeah.
Taste. OK, you want to say a little prayer before...
No.
No?
I'm a believer.
You're a believer. OK, good luck, my man.
Thank you.
It looks dry.
Oh,
it looks
yeah,
dry. God, dear.
Blimey, what a nerve on that Al Murray, eh?
I'll say. It's only bread and butter pudding, you know that. You wouldn't like that, would you?
I wouldn't mind.
Because it's not posh food, is it?
I don't eat only posh food.
You do?
I don't. If I'm drunk, I'll eat anything. But when you're drunk, you don't. You wake up in the morning, you don't know what you've eaten. You don't really care.
Substance.
Yeah, but it's the same way you wake up in the morning next to Edwina Curry and the wrappings of a doner kebab.
Oh, Christ.
Which is worse?
The kebab.
Yeah. You're a gentleman. I'm a restaurant critic. I eat only in the finest restaurants. I know what food I'm eating. I know where it's farmed. I know how it gets to my plate. I don't accept anything less, unless I'm drunk. And as licensing laws change, people are going to be drunk all night. There's going to be nothing else open, and they'll make the same kind of decision as me more and more, which is the terrible one of eating a doner kebab. There you go. And so we have a first in the annals of food history. A doner kebab purchased stone cold sober. I've got to say, I didn't know that it looked like that. In fact, I didn't know that it smelled like that. I think before I eat another one of these, I'm going to have to find out exactly what goes into it. I've got to find out, at the very least, if it's even meat. Now, of course, some kebab shops make their own kebabs, but most get them from a factory, like this one in Burton-on-Trent. The idea of kebab and factory in the same sentence seems a bit wrong. I don't eat food from factories very often. I have no idea what kind of terrible things go on in there. The kind of myths and rumours I've heard make me feel sick. But I am going to go and have a look. $700 million are sold in the UK each year, and this factory alone produces 50 tonnes of kebab meat every week. But meat can mean all sorts of horrible things. And I'm hoping Dominic Jolivet, the quality assurance manager here, can tell me exactly what we're all eating. My word! Look at that! Look at that! It's real meat. It's like a butcher's shop. I had no idea that anything even resembling part of an animal went into a kebab.
Well, as you can see here, they're trimming up all lamb breast.
Right, and the lamb breast is not being used by supermarkets or restaurants because...
Very small, because there's not a high demand for it. As you can see, a bit fatty.
Bit fatty.
Very finicky to get, you know, nice chunks of meat out of.
And the fact that this stuff would normally just get thrown away ends up in a doner kebab, that's a good thing. And is that the end of the story? What else? Are there other carcasses?
There is other trim as well. I'll show you. We also use lamb fronts and shoulders. What happens is with these, the supermarkets sell the lamb cutlets and the legs.
This is lovely kind of loins in there, isn't it?
Well, these are what you call the neck end.
God, there's a neck fillets, though. You can eat them nicely.
Well, what we do with these, we take these out and we sell these as shish.
I am getting closer to eating a doner kebab sober, I think.
It is. It's, I say, it's very, very good quality product.
So, Dominic, what have we got here? This is slightly different. These are frozen fellows. What's that?
This is beef, actually.
This is beef?
Well, that's it, because some of our customers, we do a lamb and beef product.
Right. And would a customer in the street know whether it's...
No, they probably wouldn't do it. Somebody who knows their kebabs would do.
Yeah, because the point is that someone like me, who's very finicky about the kind of meat that I eat, lamb, it's very limited to how intensively you can farm it. Everyone's, reasonably safe with that. Beef, the beef market is slightly different post-BSE and everything, and people are a bit more worried about eating beef. It's odd that they would eat it without knowing.
Well, they would have to know, because on a kebab shop, they should declare it. If it says doner kebab, it's a lamb. Right. If it says kebab, then it may be lamb and beef.
Ah, that's a crucial distinction to know. It's got to say doner. If it doesn't say doner, it could be anything.
This is where all the spices and herbs are blended.
Oh, get away, herbs and spices in a doner kebab.
We have salt, garlic, oregano, coriander.
That's incredible, isn't it? That sounds like Gordon Ramsay at Carriages. That's the poshest thing I've ever heard. The doner kebab turns out to be a gourmet production. Thank you. That's fascinating.
This is where we make all the handmade doners, and where the ones that come pumped out in the machine are finished off.
You're the don of the doners, the king of the kebabs, yeah? The sheikh of shish. How long does it take to make one of these whoppers?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
You're a real artist, then. I mean, I don't think Gordon Ramsay could do a thing like this. It's lovely stuff. Do you ever sort of nick a bit and eat it as you're...
No, I don't eat.
You're not hungry. You've had breakfast.
Well,
and you can eat it raw, though.
You can eat it, but I'm not wrong with it. But
that's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think it would fly out of the shops, you. Wait, the skin first?
No. Ball first.
Meat. Small, that size, yeah?
You have to measure it like I measure in my mind.
I think that's exactly the right size.
No,
so
that's
I need
too big.
No, really? Do you think my balls are getting a little bit too big? Or
One
too
is
quickly?
small, one is big. It doesn't match.
One small, one big, but that does happen. On we go. Is that finished, or do I put another one on?
Yeah. You got to finish all the menu.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, have I? Oops.
That's your moment of truth.
Look at that. Look at that.
We have to put this one in the museum.
Well, you certainly wouldn't want to put it in your mouth, would you? Doner kebab. So here we are then, the first doner kebab ever built by a restaurant critic. As I suspected, it's fantastic. And having seen what goes into it, I have to say I wouldn't probably serve this kind of meat at my own table, but you know what? At least it's meat.
I tell you what, Al, it's not just kebabs that Giles Collins eats when he's drunk. You know that. Last time he came to my restaurant, we had to tell him the next day what he had for dinner.
You're joking?
He got so pissed, he phoned up the next day to sort of be told what he had the night before.
That's fantastic.
Outrageous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bloody food critics. It's the moment of truth, the bread and butter puddings. Does yours look dry? Look at that first. Beautiful. Huh? And mine's not finished yet, Al.
Oh, of course it isn't.
No, but it's a little glaze, you know that? Yeah? Apricot jam let down with some water. Is that it?
That's beautiful. That is perfect.
God, dear, oh, dear. Are you going to dust yours with icing sugar or something?
No, I can leave mine alone.
Serious? You can't play with
all
yours?
All that can be possibly done with the bread and butter pudding genre here, Gordon.
OK, Jean-Baptiste. Yes? Take the egg sandwich upstairs and take my bread and butter pudding alongside it, please. Yes? Yeah, and make sure you've got some sick bags for the sandwich.
Next on the menu, which is the winner? My wonderful bread and butter pudding or Al's bread sandwich? Time for the result.
And the winner is...
And I join Martine McCutcheon for coffee.
I don't do journalists.
You don't do journalists?
Oh, no.
You do chefs?
Yeah.
Welcome back. Now, for me, a very crucial time, because it's now the time to find out which dessert is the winner. Is it my delicious sumptuous bread and butter pudding, or is it that sort of sliced white bread egg sandwich of Al Murray's? Pretty obvious, isn't it? The moment of truth.
It's important that the pudding judges know what they're talking about, so I tested the palates of our diners as they arrived. The ones who could recognise different flavours will go on to choose which dessert is best. They're blindfolded, so they're only assessing the food by taste. A lucky break for Al. If his was judged by looks, it would be disqualified straight away.
I want you to identify these combinations. First combination. Ready, Ben? Open, wide, and in. And open wide, please. What's in there? What does that taste of?
I don't know what that is at all.
What's the fruit first? You should know what that is.
Grape.
Grape.
Beef and apricot jam. Is it a fish?
What does that taste of? Something fruity anyway.
Roast pork
Roast pork
with apple.
with apple. Well done. So that is what?
That's
Oh, yeah.
Horrible. Was that it was really chewy and bouncy, like a slug or something.
Off the spoon.
Had that with my sushi last night.
So that is what?
Roe.
Well done. Now, open wide. Lovely.
Okay.
Here we go.
I can taste strawberries. No, not strawberries, tomato.
Thank God you said that.
Some kind of grass.
Grass?
I don't know.
Chew it and taste and...
I don't really like it. Oh, it's a bit pepperminty.
Would you like to smoke it? Is it what getting confused? What does it smell of? Come on, Dorothy.
Definitely seafood.
Seafood.
Salmon?
And... Take it all in. Good girl. What's that taste of?
Mozzarella.
Good, well done. What does it smell?
Tomato.
Tomato. What's the green leaf?
Basil.
Well done. Well done, well done, well done.
The ones who got most foods right became our pudding judges. Let's see what they think.
This is dessert dish number 1.
Thank you. Fruity, soft. You don't like it?
No.
This is dish number 2.
That's much nicer.
Yeah, that is
There
nice.
is a real difference.
Real
definitely.
difference. You can actually smell it as
The
well.
other one was a bit too soggy.
The moment of truth has finally arrived.
There is one winner,
Of course there's one winner.
and the winner is... Well done, man.
Get out. Justice! Fantastic! Are you sure?
They found you too heavy, actually.
They found mine too heavy?
Yes, indeed.
That can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, Gordon. So, well done, man.
You know when you go outside this door, you turn left by the traffic lights, it's called a job centre.
Really, yeah.
Dear, oh dear. Now...
I can't believe that Al's monstrosity is going to be served in my restaurant.
Here we are, Giles.
Oh, my word. Good God, what's that? When am I getting pudding?
It's bread and butter pudding.
You didn't eat it?
No, it was very sweet and it was, you know, it's what you want after something savoury, but it was a bit gloopy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very warm. And
No.
I don't like currants anyway. And I got more currants than anyone or whatever they are. So.
You're quite a fuss pot when it comes to food.
I kind of like to avoid dairy if possible. And I like to avoid bread.
Bread?
Yeah.
Why?
Just because it makes me bloat and I don't feel good in my skinny jeans.
I'm still fascinated, finally, just to almost in my own mind understand why you weren't taught how to cook.
Well, my mum did attempt it a couple of times, and after 4 hours of peeling a potato and then ending up with about that much, because that's what was left.
Peeled it away from that.
Yeah, and she just went, oh, for God's sake, and chucked it in the rubbish, and that was that. And I think that some people are just naturally gifted at it, and I'm not. I'm no good at it.
If there's one perfect thing you'd love to learn how to cook, what would it be?
A roast dinner.
A roast dinner.
Yeah. I'd
Okay.
love to be able to cook a roast dinner. That's
Okay.
one thing that I always love to do.
Lamb, beef,
Probably beef.
beef,
And I want to do really lovely Yorkshire puddings, but there you go.
roast potatoes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will come round and show you how to cook the perfect Sunday lunch, okay?
Will you really?
Absolute definite.
But where do I get my saucepans and frying pan from first?
You got nothing of that in the kitchen?
I've got my tray in the oven, still unused with the instructions in it. That's how I've never used the oven. I don't even know how to switch an oven on.
I will bring all that with me, okay? Roasting tray, pots, pans, sauces, you name it, I'll bring china plates. As long as you promise me one thing, after I've gone,
Yeah.
you continue doing it.
Okay. All right.
Minimum once a month. No, minimum once a month. Yes?
Once a month. Okay, once a month we're cooked.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Shall we shake on it? Kiss on it?
Okay.
Mwah. Promise, yes?
Yes,
once a month,
promise.
minimum. I'll
Once a
supply
month.
everything. You get in that kitchen and cook. Yes?
All right. Yeah.
So, what do you think, Giles?
It's like a wallpaper page.
No, it's not.
No, it's true. I've never put up any wallpaper, so I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. You've never done a day's
And is this just
work in your life.
Is this grilled or is this just allowed to go stale?
No, it's... You see, my grandmother made this. She was an Austrian lady. And she liked the crunch.
And when did you make it? 1943?
Now you're beginning to upset me.
I
You're
don't
on the
need
verge
to.
of insulting my
It's
family.
what always happens with restaurant criticism. It turns out that... No, because your grandmother was a great woman.
Yes, she certainly was. And she endured the Blitz to give you this recipe.
In your time, you've kissed the most amazing guys, yeah? Hugh Grant and Ross Kemp and there's one sort of knobby no-mates around here somewhere. Would you ever kiss Giles Corrin?
I don't know who that is.
He's a food critic, writes for the Times. Oh, he's over there, the one with the sort of hairy face. If you saw him, he's sort of helping co-present. He's a journalist and he's single.
I don't do journalists.
You don't do journalists?
Oh, no.
Do you do chefs?
Yeah, I do.
One last request.
What's that?
Okay. I've never seen a sort of girl serve, tea the way you did at Downing Street.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful barmaid in EastEnders.
Thank you.
Just before we go, we've had the starter, we've had the lamb, we've had the pudding. I want you to help Jean-Baptiste, just on a few tables, serve some coffee.
Are you serious?
Like a proper waitress. I want to see what you're like naturally. If you can actually go around the tables with an actually cut.
Acting.
Yeah, I know, but
That's what I'm really doing. I've never been a waitress in my life.
watching you, serve teas and coffees is going to give me an insight to what it's like going round your kitchen, coming round. I'll give you an apron.
But I've got high heels on. I'll just about
That'll
walk
look
in
even
them.
better.
Never mind. Oh,
Just a couple of
You
tables.
just want to watch me
Yes.
watch you pervert.
Welcome to the F word. It's not rude, it's food.
On the menu tonight, I'm cooking a delicious seasonal three-course meal, and every dish is something you can cook at home. I face my toughest critic yet, my mum. She reckons her apple pudding is better than mine.
It's nice working together, Gordon.
Don't get used to it, because it's not happening again.
And the last time Joan Collins was in my restaurant, I threw her out. Time to bury the hatchet?
That's a very polite way of being a... Okay, Sarge. Anne's ready? Yes, Ronnie, ready? Yes. For me, the most important table is the first.
Yes, sir.
That starts to tell you what kind of evening we're in for. And we're in for what evening?
A fabulous
A fabulous evening. Okay, 6 covers, table 15. 6 risotto, 6 monkfish, 6 dessert.
Yes, chef.
Thank you, let's go. Right, 3 and 3, yes? Here we go. We're back in the F Word restaurant, and between now and Christmas, each and every week, we're cooking for 60 special invited guests a delicious 3-course dinner. This week's all about pumpkins and bonfire parties, and now that the clocks have gone back, it's all about warm, hearty, classy, comfort food. So for the start of this evening, I'm cooking the most amazing, delicious pumpkin risotto finished with wild rocket to give that really nice peppery flavour. Risotto, how long? 30 seconds, yes? That means together 30 seconds, guys, yes? Yeah? So a lot of people are scared of cooking risotto at home, but, it's an amazing dish to cook, and once you've cracked it, it's so versatile. Pumpkin.
We're using the pumpkin flesh in 2 ways. Firstly, to make a puree for the risotto to ensure we bring out the best flavour. But we also keep some of the pumpkin to one side. We dice it finely, and we'll add this to the dish later on to give it texture and bite. Make the puree by sweating down the roughly diced pumpkin in a little olive oil and butter. This evaporates the water in the pumpkin and intensifies the flavour.
Why not use a lid?
Good question. If I put a lid on that now, it's going to cause all the steam and water to go in there. I've left
make it condense
I've left
back
it
down.
vaporised around here, so the steam can come out. I don't want it watery. If you put a lid on that now, you've just got a watery pumpkin.
Yeah.
Tin foil in the centre, keep the heat in, and puree's quicker. OK, good. Now, the pumpkin, we're going to puree now, yeah? So we're not going to drain it of its juices or anything stupid like that. All we're going to do now is take it off the stove and put it into a blender. If we do it now where it isn't hot, it'll get nice and fine. If you left it to cool down...
Lumpy.
It'll go lumpy, exactly that. OK, 30 seconds, and then watch. A real nice, smooth...
Puree.
Pumpkin puree.
Sweat the onion in olive oil until lightly coloured. Add the risotto rice and cook for a couple of minutes. Then add stock until the grains start to swell.
First more stock. So, pumpkin puree. In. Mix it in. Now it's starting to boil. The rice is opening up, okay?
Yep.
And the most important thing is now we start seasoning it a little bit with parmesan.
Yep.
Yeah? Now we've got our second level of pumpkin in.
Yep.
A roasted pumpkin.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. Put our rocket in as well.
Yep.
Okay. And now we're going to finish it with some butter. But we don't boil it with the butter in. We work the butter in.
Yes,
Now,
chef.
look at the rice. You can just see a little touch.
It's a bit bigger now.
Yeah, no, but see the centre? The centre of the rice, the grain is bright white. It's got a little bit of bite to it, yeah? Always look for that little white bit in the centre of the rice,
chef.
the grain.
Yep.
Yeah, when you can't see that, forget it.
Yep.
Bin it, okay?
Yes, chef.
Let's go. Now, when it goes on the plate, look, it should relax on there nicely. Wait.
Yeah.
Let's just check we've got even portions on there. Yeah, now, follow me with my hands. Plate, shake, in all the corners. There you go, nice and flat. Right, parmesan, follow me. On, and sprinkle it over. Nicely, open it up. Good. 2 or 3 little fried sage leaves on top. Don't snap them in half. And then, finally, your sage butter over the top. Over the top. Right, are you happy with that? Are you happy with that?
Yes.
You are, yeah? Right, good. Table, please.
My commie's happy, but what about our diners?
The starter was actually, I've got to say, really nice once I got tucked into it, but I didn't like the smell of it. I thought it smelled a bit odd. I don't know whether I'll order it again, but I'm glad I had it.
Good colour, very bright yellow. Canary, I like that.
Brilliant, fantastic, really nice, really nice.
Hello, Mum. Glad you could make it. Good to see you. You
lovely.
well?
Yeah, it was
Yes?
very nice.
How was the
Very
risotto?
nice. Lovely.
Yeah?
Nice and light, nice, lovely flavour.
Yes?
Very
Good.
nice.
Not too salty?
No.
Pumpkin, this time of year, absolutely perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, you could make something like that quite easily, couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm going to see you later for pudding.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not too sure whose, however. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a big night. As well as my mum, Joan Collins is back in my restaurant for the first time in 7 years. She'd come in with a food critic who'd really upset me, and I threw them both out.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How
are you?
I'm very on deep, thank you, darling.
Good.
Can I just say good to see you?
It's good to see you and congratulations on this place. Looks fabulous.
First of all, I've got something very important to say to you.
I wonder what that could be.
I'd just like to say a big apology.
Oh.
Because my mother, that dear lady sat over there, has never forgiven me on the back of me asking you to leave my restaurant. I just wanted to say sorry.
Well, it's okay, Gordon. Listen, it's a long time ago. I don't bear grudges. But I think the media had a lot to do with blowing it up. They loved that story.
Sure.
I mean, it was in all the papers. The man who threw Joan Collins out of his restaurant.
Can I just say you're welcome in all of my restaurants anytime you like.
Thank you.
Dying to ask you, what are your pet hates in restaurants? What do you loathe more?
I was at a restaurant the other night that shall be nameless, and every time the food came out, the chef would come out and announces the food and announces how it's made, and everybody has to stop talking, which, you know, I was in the middle of telling a rather amusing anecdote, I thought.
Yeah.
But that's one of my pet
Pet
hates.
hates.
I know.
Are you a fussy eater?
Because I don't eat that much, I really want everything that I eat to be really, really good.
No.
So therefore, if I order, you know, some chicken, and the chicken is too hard, I won't send it back, but I won't eat it.
Which is an insult to a chef. Clearly there's something wrong with it. So that's a very polite way of being a bitch.
Oh, is it?
Well, just not eating it.
Gordon, I don't want to eat food that doesn't taste right to me
I
and
don't
get
blame you.
fat
No.
with eating
Oh,
something.
you're not
I'd rather
fat.
Thank you. I'm a little exhausted because I've been working very hard on football as wives.
I've heard.
Yes, which is a hoot.
You're going to be doing any sort of saucy, sort of sexy scenes because A,
Oh.
you're bloody good at that. B,
Thank you.
You don't need to rehearse that. And something I'm getting really excited about.
I don't. Well, that's sort of ish. I could say. I think they've toned it down a bit, but it is still a bit. It's quite saucy. But I'm working a lot with Zoe Lucker, who plays Tanya Tucker, who's the bitch, and I'm a bitch.
You're not a
Surprise, surprise. So we are the two. We really are the two biggest bitches that you've ever seen.
Next on the menu, along with our main course of monkfish and mussels, My campaign to get women back in the kitchen goes full steam ahead.
It's better than anything I've cooked, ever.
52 days till Christmas and my turkeys are still gobbling. But for how long?
Ainsley, Delia, Nigella, Jamie, Anthony.
Where's Gary?
Welcome back to the F Word, the food show that puts its money where your mouth is. If you'd like to come and eat here, then check out the F Word website. Ronnie, I want monkfish in a pan, yeah? I'm not asking again, yeah? I want the monkfish in the pan now, yeah? Let's go. Time for the main course. Roasted monkfish in the most amazing mussel broth. Now, a touch of curry powder makes the combination warm, fragrant, and absolutely delicious. Here's how.
Monkfish.
It's quite a difficult fish to get right because there's a lot of water in monkfish.
Curry powder and salt.
And the salt starts to extract the water. So when we come to roasting it, it doesn't boil. We get a really nice colour on there.
Leave 5 minutes. Mussel broth. Thyme, bay leaves. Hot pan, mussels.
Get your lid ready in this hand. White wine in. Now, shake it. This turns the mussels around, almost like being put in a tumble dryer, so they cook evenly.
30 seconds.
And go. Look. That's gold dust.
Shell mussels.
Lovely, look at that. Look, beautiful.
Celery. Carrots. Leeks. Garlic. Saffron, salt, curry powder.
But the secret behind it is that really nice little pinch of saffron that gives it that little bit of lift.
Strain mussel juice. Reduce. Add mussels.
Bring it up to the boil.
100 mils double cream. Coriander. Back to the fish.
The water has come out.
Pat dry.
Amazing. Lovely colour. The fish is too hot to slice, so if I started slicing, all the goodness will run out of it. Leave it to sit in there for about 2 or 3 minutes so it relaxes. It's nice big chunky slices.
Monkfish with curried mussel broth. Done.
Never ever buy powdered saffron. It may colour the food, but it won't give it any flavour. That's the perfect saffron. Yellow tip, red tip, and a dark, rich, red, orangey. Great for flavour.
Helping me cook the main course is my kitchen brigade.
So, tonight, my brigade is Ronnie, the 6'4" model. Opposite Ronnie is the gorgeous Anne. She just come back from Tuga holiday, and God, did we miss her last week. Every chef has a right-hand man, Mark Sargent, again on the hot plate. And then, finally, our 2 commies, our trainees. Kerry's come all the way from Liverpool, and opposite Kerry, we've got Cam. Looks like we just come from a boy band.
Over the course of this series, I'm road testing 2 trainees each week in the F Word kitchen. We call them commies. The one that performs the best will get a job with me.
Cam and Kerry were 2 out of the 1,000 individuals that applied to come in this kitchen.
I asked the 100 best to come to London and bring me their signature dish, something that showed me what they knew about food.
I haven't slept every night since I found out I was in because it means a lot. It's a personal goal.
My first job was to weed out the ones who are good on paper but crap on the plate.
Right, Elaine.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Now, what in the do we have here? That looks like a dog's dinner.
Thank you.
Yeah, where are the puppies?
They're at home.
Right.
It looks like you've cut someone's dick off, wrapped in a condom.
Be honest with me, they do look like dog bowls, don't they?
Oh, my God. OK.
OK. What I'm looking for here today is passion, enthusiasm,
an understanding of ingredients. Right. What happened there? I know it's called the F word, but when it's brown, it's cooked. When it's black, it's And there's a like a pubic hair there. Can you just get rid of that?
Sorry.
Yeah. Look.
There we go.
Now. But look at them.
Can you smell that ammonia in there?
Yeah, there's a little bit there, isn't
That's
there?
scallop.
Oh, right, I see.
You're on the verge of killing someone.
I wasn't trying to kill him, although that would have made the headlines. I would have become famous that way. The guy who saw off Gordon Ramsay.
I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan for 20 years.
You're a vegan?
Yes.
Me. How can you call yourself a chef if you don't cook fish or meat?
Well, I work in vegetarian restaurants.
And what is it?
This is curry tofu with tofu yogurt.
Sorry. It wasn't just talent I was looking for. I wanted passion too. Stosey drove for 5 hours to get her dish to me.
Rice vinegar, wasabi. I hope you don't mind the kick.
That works. That's very good.
I'm speechless.
How are you? Phil started off washing dishes in a Liverpool restaurant.
8-ounce top breast, cooked after ping.
Yep, well, you're 19 years of age. I know about a dozen 29-year-old chefs that can't cook that good.
Yeah.
To work in Gordon's restaurant, it would mean a lot. Be a massive honour. I'd get a lot of experience. Hopefully he can teach me everything he knows.
When I'm looking for new members of staff, I want to see that hunger. And you can see it at the back of their eyes. You know, you can really feel their sort of, ambition, their determination.
I want to be Gordon's protege because I know I can run that kitchen with him.
Kerry, just stand back 2 seconds. What in the have we got on?
I'm sorry.
Not even very well hung, are you?
It's done beautifully.
Okay, thank you.
And like I said, you can tell there's a lot of sort of care.
Yeah.
Because you're very precious of what you do.
Yeah.
The way you dress, the way you look.
Thanks very much.
And the fact you haven't got a bloody spot on your face pisses me off. Not a wrinkle, a dimple or anything. Are you sure you want to become a chef?
Yeah, I'd really like to.
Are you mad? Getting through the interview process was the easy bit. Now the question for my commies is, will they stand the heat of the kitchen? I want you to slow down. I'd rather you be slower and thorough than fast and scatty, OK? Because right now, you're making me feel nervous.
At the moment, I'm feeling stressed out.
Can we light this back stove, please, Ange? Good. And turn it round. Yeah, put it on this stove here, please. Now I want 6 in there, Ange. What's he doing? I can't speak any more plain English, but, I don't know what's going on at the moment. Mark, can you do it, please?
Yeah. No, put that pan in the oven. Yeah. Put that pan to wash and get 4 more in there.
The atmosphere in the kitchen is very hot, very stressful, but still enjoyable.
Spinach, please. Right, Kerry, come here. Kerry, I want you plating up. Ronnie?
Yes, Gordon?
I want 4 more away now. Ange, 4 more away. Go to the furthest plate, please. Thank you. Good. Watch first. 2 nice bits of monkfish on top of the spinach. 1 nugget on top. 3, yes? Take your time. Don't panic. Stand still and go, please. Very nice, yeah? Well done. Go. 15. Slowly.
The sauce was really nice. It was a curry sauce, I understand, so you could kind of sense the spices in the sauce coming out of the fish. And it went nicely together with the mussels as well.
Put this on the menu because it's fantastic. And I'd have a little go at mucking about trying to get... I'll even have a look through some of the governor's books to see if there's a recipe for that, because I'd do that at a dinner party.
Manic. Right. I bet you'd never, ever thought you'd see Joan Collins in one of my restaurants again, would you?
I never thought I'd see any woman in one of your restaurants again.
What do you mean?
You've upset them. He's upset them so much with this campaign to get women back in the kitchen. It's been in the papers in Australia and Korea.
Really?
Yeah, and all they care about, you thought they cared about, freedom from communism. No, what they care about is you and your evil campaign.
The message was, of course, not only to get women back in the kitchen, but to sort of make it less of a chore, make them understand that, it can be pleasurable.
Cooking's easy, it's simple,
Cooking's easy,
it's not that
simple.
difficult.
I'm not trying to get women back in the kitchen that don't want to be there. I'm trying to, get women in the kitchen that are excited and interested in food, as opposed to sort of tiptoeing over it and investing in a ready-made meal.
The infamous survey which you had commissioned, one of the things wasn't it, that the women who couldn't cook, 2/3 of them regretted the fact they couldn't cook.
And also, they're not being taught it. No one's taught it in schools anymore. No one knows a basic thing like how to make a soup or anything like that. It's not it's off the curriculum.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So many women have actually missed out on the opportunity of learning, and that's the crisis. The ones that have sort of, I don't want to learn how to cook. I'm 21.
move the clock forward 10 years and they start to deeply regret the fact that they don't know how to cook and completely, and this is really honestly, petrified of the stove.
Jim and I decided to get married, and so we'd invited our respective parents round to meet each other for the first time.
The one I remember was this big fish pie that's sort of become sort of slightly legendary.
It was just fish slop is what it was. You needed a straw.
It did have a sort of detrimental effect on her confidence in the kitchen, maybe. And, you know, the fact that she's not cooked again in 9 years probably bears that out, I'd say.
You know, obviously, because I'm a doctor, I'm always pontificating to patients about the sorts of diets they should be eating.
She gives out a few lectures to her punters about, you know, eat 5 bits of fruit and veg a day or whatever, and I've never seen a vegetable in her hands.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Kitchen.
That is what I use
For?
the whole time for my food. Sausages with mash.
Sausage with mash, and this is a ready-made meal. This is a basic sausage and mash.
Yeah.
But the whole thing's full of ready-made meals.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're a GP.
I know.
Yeah, with a phenomenal reputation.
Yeah.
That gets to see patients each and every day, that helps coming up with remedies to make them feel better and better about themselves. How can you do that with a freezer packed full of ready-made meals?
It's completely hypocritical, because I know what is in those meals is not great.
Most important thing now is not just about your confidence.
Yeah.
It's about doing something that you can easily put together.
Yeah.
Coq au vin. It's just like a really nice red wine sort of chicken casserole.
Excellent.
Very simple.
Great, that's what I need.
Today we're going to put some lardons, bacon.
What are lardons?
Bacon.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's
right.
like bits of bacon,
Okay.
onions, mushrooms. As it gets more and more into the winter, you can put swede in there, carrots in there, leeks in there. To serve with a coq au vin, just a really nice, straightforward, creamy mashed potato.
Lovely.
How many's coming round?
3 plus me and Jim, so 5.
5. So that's enough for 5, that size. All we've done now is seasoned the chicken with salt and pepper, lightly dusted it with flour, and when we put the flour on there, it helps give it colour, and it starts to thicken the casserole. Shake off excess flour, and then just into your olive oil. The more colour, the more flavour. Good. And I want you to fry off the lardons. Good. Now, tablespoon of olive oil in there again. I want you to get your onions in there this time.
Do they need to be chopped, do they?
No, we're going to put them in whole, I think. Yeah? We don't mess around with chopping onions. Pan nice and hot.
Right.
OK? And mushrooms in, yes? Push towards you. I'm going to pull back, but wait. All I want to do now is place half of our mushrooms and bacon on the bottom, chicken back into the casserole, and all I've got here is a cheap bottle of house wine.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because for cooking wine, you don't need to use expensive wine.
No.
So now we're bringing the heat back up. I want you to pick off some of these thyme flowers and just sprinkle them over there like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good. I add my hot water into the stock. Got the bay leaves in there. Turn the gas off. Lid on. Then I want it to go into the oven
Okay.
for 35 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. Nice and low. And everything else is self-explanatory. Just to make sure it's not cooking too fast, cooking too slow.
Yeah.
And sort of, you know, treat it a bit like your patients.
Okay.
Yeah. Give them the prescription, and you want to know in a couple of weeks' time how they're feeling.
Okay.
Feel the same way for your chicken.
Yeah.
Now, I imagine this is going to be pretty high, because it's the first time I've been close to a woman in a kitchen all afternoon that hasn't cooked for 10 years. Good news or bad news?
It's good news.
It's good news. Go on.
You've got a great blood pressure.
Any recommendations?
Eat plenty of fresh food and vegetables.
Oh, shit. Please.
No pre-prepared crap, you know.
Yeah, stay away from the freezer, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Tonight, after 9 years, Helen's parents and in-laws are back to sample her cooking.
Quick check. Final check. And then just get the spoon
Yeah.
and sort of push it back down underneath.
Okay. Right, so you ready for this? This is coq au vin with mashed potato.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I'm gobsmacked. I'm amazed. It's great. It's fantastic.
Happy with the chicken?
It's delicious. It's melting in the mouth. This is better than anything I've cooked ever.
Good night. Good night, darling. Well done. Mwah.
Thank you.
And next time I see you, I'll keep that blood pressure down.
Yeah, do.
Yes. Hello, doctor.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine.
Check that pulse. Pulsating at a rate of 1,000 miles an hour.
Oh,
calm down a bit.
Calm down, calm down. Yeah, I've heard that before. Jim, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
Good to see you. Nice to see you. OK, first and crucial question. Yep. Was I successful in conquering that phobia about cooking?
Resonating, yes.
Serious?
The very next day...
Truthfully?
Yeah,
The very next
absolutely.
day?
The very next day, we had 6 people round for dinner.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I made about, you know, half a ton.
Yep.
And it was all eaten.
How was it?
It was great. It was like a mixed grill with lots of vegetables and fish and some...
Couscous.
Couscous, yeah. It was delicious.
It was great, and I got a real buzz out of doing it.
Yeah.
And sitting Jim down,
Yeah.
pouring a glass of wine.
Fantastic.
you
I'm
know.
so happy. And have you any idea, over the last 10 days, I've been getting so much stick about getting women back in the kitchen.
I think that's rubbish, you know. I mean...
What, the stick or the campaign?
The stick.
The stick.
You know, I mean, I just think that over the last kind of 15, 20 years,
Yep.
women have sort of been forgotten about the enjoyment they maybe can get from the kitchen. And whilst I've been doing this, and obviously I've been talking to people about it, loads of people have kind of come out as
Ready.
non-cookers,
Out
loads of women.
they've come out of the
They
oven.
said to me, oh, God, Helen, I can't cook either.
I'm so happy. Congratulations. Promise me you won't stop.
I won't,
Yes?
I won't.
Otherwise, this heartbeat, pulse is going to shoot back through
Yeah, I
the roof.
don't want that.
Because...
Cheers.
Right, next on the menu is pudding time, and would you believe my mum, yes, bless her cotton socks, actually still thinks that her apple pie is better than mine. We'll find out in a minute.
And Joan Collins gives me tips on looking young.
Big question. Do you think I need Botox? Welcome back to the F word. Now, tonight, yes, my mum and I are actually going to go head-to-head with our apple puddings. And you know all about my campaign about getting women back in the kitchen. Well, the first woman I ever saw in the kitchen was my mum. And for some bizarre reason, yes, against my 21 years' experience in a professional kitchen, she still reckons that her apple pudding is better than mine.
Just a woman's thing.
A woman's thing? Well, I'm going to wish you good luck, because I think you're going to need it. How long is it going to take?
You only did 20 minutes.
20 minutes. I'll see you in the oven, right?
OK.
Good luck, and no spying.
We're both making apple puddings. Mine's a new twist on Eve's pudding. And for Mum, I'm not sure what she's doing, but it does have apples in it.
Now, Mum, what's it like being in my kitchen as opposed to yours?
Not much different.
No? Don't you think mine's a little bit cleaner?
No, it is not. Don't be so cheeky.
So there's no set recipe to yours then, right?
No. I used to make it at least once a week when you were a little boy.
Right. I'm actually doing an Eve's pudding. Bit of a classic Eve's pudding. We're peeling these Braeburn apples. We're going to cut the apples into quarters and then actually caramelise them in a little bit of butter. Once they're caramelised in a bit of butter, got rid of the water out of the apple, we're going to sort of deglaze with some calvados. Mum.
Yes?
How you doing?
I'm fine. Do you want a hand?
No.
Let's see what you're doing.
In there I've got my currants, yeah. Here I've got my apples. I've just peeled the apples. I'm going to take out the cores. Then I'm going to... Well, I don't want you looking at too much, yeah?
No.
No, well, otherwise, in case you start getting a little bit more...
Why have you done this and why is almonds there? Look, it's almonds.
Yeah, almonds. I'm going to put the almonds on top.
Do you know the traditional recipe for Eve's pudding hasn't got your fruit soaked in it and it hasn't got almonds?
No, what I'm trying to do, Mum, is a bit of a modern-day version, do you know what I mean? Huh? Not the kind of thing you'd take down the bingo hall.
There's nothing wrong with taking you down the bingo hall. Look.
What is
this
that?
is an old Delia Smith's recipe of Eve's pudding.
Right, yes.
Delia doesn't put alcohol on her fruit.
No, OK.
And she doesn't use fruit, it's just apples and a sponge.
OK, well, normally Delia saves her alcohol for half-time.
Is that not too high?
No, it's not too high, Mum, that's fine.
The fire alarm will go off.
Dear, oh dear. It's nice to have you back in the kitchen again.
Yeah, it's nice working together, Gordon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't get used to it, because it's not happening again.
No, I know.
Yeah, all right, good. Right, tell me what you're doing in yours.
I'm just going to stew mine.
Pastry, you've put at the bottom of the dish. Will that work?
Of course it does.
Yeah, all right, I'm just asking. Don't get arsey. Dear, oh dear.
You don't have to swear.
Now.
Mum covers her apples with a meringue topping, while I cover mine with a light sponge mixture using flour, eggs, sugar, calvados and the zest of a lemon.
And we pour this mixture on top of the apples and bake in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. But before we put it in the oven, we get some almonds, some icing sugar, dust it, so as it starts to bake in the oven, it caramelises with really nice almond texture on top. Right, Mum, how are you doing?
There you are, Mr. Ramsay.
Bring it over here, please.
Yes?
Next to mine. Do you know what, Mum? I've got a really good feeling about this one, you know that?
What, for me?
No, but for me, you know that, honestly.
I think for me.
Huh?
Look at the difference there.
And this is payback time for all that grey lamb you served me for those years. The moment of truth.
Yes.
Ladies first.
Thank you.
OK.
Proof is in the eating of the pudding.
OK, there you go. Good luck.
Good luck.
I think you're going to need it.
No, I think you'll need it.
OK. Good.
Right then, the chef's challenge. You were beaten last week. What about your mum?
Well, first of all, I don't like losing. You know I hate losing. You know how competitive I am. A bit weird having your mum in the kitchen. That's where it all started from. That's the first woman I ever saw in the kitchen was her. So, a bit spooky, but however, you know, she's fine.
Leaving that aside,
yes.
How's Christmas dinner coming along?
Sadly, bit of bad news. Gary, recently, has been sick as a pat. So,
and Gary's the one with the funny little spiky hair?
That's the one with the sort of spiky hair that's constantly got his back up and always on the defence when Delia's having a poke. So... well,
let's hope he pulls through.
Let's hope he pulls through.
You getting the vet in?
Yeah, I'm going to get the vet in. Not just on the abscess on Gary's foot, but the speculation on bird flu. I just want to make sure, A, are we covered? B, what measures should we take to make sure they're not affected by that? Quite a worry.
Yeah, OK, we'll get up. OK, we'll get up, OK.
And Meg, make sure Daddy makes me a cup of tea.
You're so lazy.
OK, let's go.
Thank you.
I want you guys cleaning it out, fresh water.
Really?
Yes? Well, of course we've got to help clean. Right, Jack and Holly, you get the water. Matilda, yeah, you start cleaning out this one in here, please, yes? I'll open the gate. Quick!
It's a very special Christmas for us this year. We've got the 6 turkeys. The children have responsibility of fattening them up for the Christmas table and really learning all about it and where our food comes from.
Ainsley, Delia, Nigella, Jamie, Anthony.
Where's Gary?
Gary's been unwell for the last couple of days and there's a problem with his foot, so I'm slightly concerned about it. I'm going to get hold of the vet and actually find out what the problem is.
Morning, Peter.
Morning.
Thank you for coming down.
That's fine. Pleasure.
Slight crisis on our hand. Gary's been limping, so he's been sort of coming in and out of the pen, but sort of hopping.
Can you pick him up for me? Is that possible?
Course.
This is an abscess here in the bottom of his foot.
Oh, really?
This is called bumblefoot. He's got an infection in the base of his foot here. I think at the moment it's probably worthwhile just keeping an eye on that because it may settle down on its own. And obviously these are food birds, so we don't want to load them with lots of antibiotic.
The other concern, of course, was avian flu.
Sure.
Should I be concerned about it?
I think we've got to be concerned, but here in this environment, the risks are quite low.
So the kids are in here 2 or 3 times a day. What's the sort of most important rule for them?
Well, the catchword here is biosecurity. The contamination for these birds is going to be either from the wild or from you bringing contamination in. So it's very important, really, to have sets of Wellingtons for the children to wear that they just wear for in here.
Sure.
If you go out and you're out in an area where there's wildfowl, you could be walking through duck poo, and you could bring that contamination back in again. They need to wash their hands each time they've handled the birds. We're under the impression that droppings are the main threat.
Really?
And I think it's very important that you cover this area so that these birds are not having their area contaminated with bird droppings.
No.
Thank you, Peter.
No problem.
Lily, this way down. Walk down, that's it. Not the world's greatest DIY. Will that take my way?
He fall on one of them that already be dead before Christmas.
Hold this end down here, please, mate. Right, Holly.
Daddy, it's not coming.
Here you go.
Daddy, I can't hold it any longer.
OK, I'm just coming. Give me 2 seconds, OK? Quick. Hold on to it, Lily.
Jack, what are you doing?
Jack. Oh, shit. See, now they're covered up. We're keeping the turkeys out of the wet and bringing down the risk of any possible avian flu. Not bad. Let's keep the area nice and dry now, yes? Right, hey. Hands washed, wellies off, let's go.
Hi, Peter.
Hello, Gordon.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Just like a bit of an update, really. Bit of bad news, Gary.
Well, the only thing we do, I had a look in this morning, and he is still lame, so we've put him on antibiotics.
Antibiotics?
Yeah, and he's going to be on those for a week.
How long will that stay in his system?
We have to leave 8 days clear, so you've got plenty of time.
Really?
Unfortunately, if he stays lame, we may have to say goodbye to him, I'm afraid.
What do you mean say goodbye? Actually kill him?
Yeah.
Poor Gary.
But we'll get him on antibiotics, and hopefully that will do the trick.
Peter, thank you.
All right.
It's good to see you.
Take care.
Take care. OK. Wait. Now there's mine. Now, again, I have to say, presentation-wise, yeah, yours looks nice, but doesn't blow me away. However...
Cooked in the middle? Yeah.
Is that cooked in the middle?
Yeah. No.
Oh, shit. No, it's not actually. All right, smart ass. 2 minutes, please. How did you know that wasn't cooked in the middle?
From my angle, you could see it sinking in the middle. Titanic.
While my sinking dessert finishes cooking, 3 blind tasters chosen from this evening's diners are waiting to pick a winner.
There we go. Thanks for waiting.
They both look lovely, don't they?
They do look nice.
But I think mine just looks a little bit better.
OK. Jean-Baptiste?
Wait.
Here we go. Yeah? Good luck.
Thank you.
Not bad. Because...
This is pudding number 1.
Oh, that's very nice.
It tastes like, you know, brandy butter that you have with Christmas pudding. That's what it tastes like to me, actually.
Some of the pastry's a bit dry.
I don't usually like raisins, but I quite like these. I think because I can taste a bit of that.
All jokes apart, do you actually think you're going to win?
Yes, I do, yeah.
You do, yeah?
Yeah.
Pudding number 2.
Thank you.
Oh, it's completely different.
Very sweet.
Very, very sweet. A little bit too sweet for my taste, actually.
No, I think I much prefer this one, actually.
Okay, guys, it's time for results. So I'm going to start with you, Stephen.
Number 1 was my preference.
Okay, thank you.
Number 2 was my favourite.
And finally, Jacqueline, pudding number 1 or pudding number 2?
Number 1.
Number 1. Thank you, guys.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
And the winner is... Well done, Gordon.
Excellent. Jean-Baptiste. How can you do that to my mum? You French Frank.
I would have
if that was your mum there, I would have made her win.
I would have chosen Ellen anyway.
Fair's fair?
Seriously.
Yeah, fair's fair.
Yeah.
I think Ellen, yours is better than Gordon anyway.
I'd never have won had you not taught me properly, you know that?
See,
So it is your fault.
That's the secret. Yeah, that's the secret. I knew there was something in it.
Mwah.
Hello.
Dying to ask you, do you cook at home?
Of course. Yes.
And what was the last meal you
absolutely.
cooked?
I cooked together with my husband Percy.
Percy, yeah.
A roast chicken, loads of olive oil, loads of garlic, and loads of onions. And we have that just with some broccoli, or I like
Lovely.
mushy peas.
And does Percy ever cook? Does
Yes, he cooks too. He loves to
he
cook.
ever breakfast in bed, maybe?
Yeah, we do that.
I understand him totally because he's my age.
Yes.
So it must be a massive thing for him cooking a full English breakfast for you, going upstairs to the bedroom, and then you send the bacon back because it's not crispy enough.
Oh, no, we don't have bacon in bed.
No?
Breakfast in bed will usually be croissant or toast or orange juice and coffee. The only thing that I don't eat is junk food.
No.
I couldn't eat a hamburger or a hot dog.
No.
Or what are those things with holes in? A donut. I couldn't eat one of those to save my life.
You'd make a great female chef, you know that?
No, I
Balls
wouldn't.
of steel.
No, I
Oh,
wouldn't.
no.
No, I would not. Because I can't stand, you know, when it gets really hot and all the pots and pans and all that thing.
But
I can't do that.
Pressure you handle brilliantly.
Yeah,
and
but
you
not
take the
that
pressure
kind
as healthy because you're still at it.
Yeah.
What would you suggest to get me looking sort of less craggy, less wrinkled? What would you...
I don't think you look craggy and wrinkled at all. I mean, you're what, 40?
38.
38, okay.
Do you think I need Botox?
I think Botox is poison. And I think that they have not yet discovered how seriously it can affect people.
If there's one thing that you would ask me to teach you in the kitchen, what would it be?
How to make a great omelette.
Ah.
Yes, I love
done it
omelettes, and they're
already.
very, very hard to make.
If you'd be so kind, I would love to show you how to make an omelette in 2 minutes downstairs. And I'd just
Okay.
love to show you something that you can turn around and say, yeah, hated little schmuck 7 years ago, however...
No, I didn't
teach
hate
me.
you. Life's too short to hate.
Would you be so kind? I'd just show you an omelette and that would just, A, make my day, and B...
Okay, let's
it'll keep
go.
my mum happy
All right.
off my back.
Let's do it.
Thank you. I'm dying
This
to see
better
what you...
be good.
I'm dying to see what you think of...
Okay.
Just watch the stairs, darling.
All right. Why don't you go first?
There we go. And cooking an omelette is actually quite sort of straightforward. And I think the secret is to make sure we don't have too much colour.
Too much what?
Colour. So just sort of a little bit sort of light brown on the outside.
Okay, yeah, light brown, but I like it very, very soft inside.
Yes, a
very,
little bit runny.
Very soft. Yeah, really runny.
Okay, great.
Hi, guys.
Let's come over here. Light that stove for me, please.
Hello.
This is Joan.
Hello.
Apron,
Hello.
please. Okay, darling, I'm just so I don't splash you.
Oh.
It's one of my things. There we go. Oh, la la. There we go, babe. And round.
How chic.
And that's it. Nice and I don't want to splash.
Yeah,
Otherwise.
right.
There we are. Good. Right. Okay.
I want to see how you crack your eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
On the side of the bowl. And just open up your hand.
See, if I did that, I'd just have a load of egg yolks in there.
Practice makes perfect.
I mean, egg shells.
Shells.
Yeah.
Open.
Yes.
And I'm just praying now I don't get any shell.
You want me to try? See, I told
No, that's not bad. Look in there. That's not bad. There's no shell in there.
Oh, no, there's not. You're
There's no
right.
shell in there at all.
Okay.
Butter in.
You like to cook with butter rather than olive oil?
That's a nice way of doing an omelette olive oil. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
In France, they always make their
I know.
omelettes with olive oil.
We always make our omelettes with olive oil.
But we're in London now, Joe, not
I know.
Paris.
Okay. I think olive oil is one of the healthiest things you can eat.
Absolutely.
Olive oil and garlic.
Can you pour my eggs in there, please, darling? Into the pan. Thank you. Use the spatula.
Oh, the spatula.
And
My
just,
God.
because what it does, it helps to clean the side of the pan.
What kind of a saucepan is this? It's an iron saucepan, right?
Yeah, it's just
or
a non...
skillet, as I
Yeah,
call
that's,
it.
I haven't heard that word for ages.
Looks
Salt,
delicious.
pepper,
Looks like
please.
scrambled eggs.
So far, so good.
No salt.
Going to do it right now.
Not too much.
If I put it in too early, it turns the eggs a little bit grey.
Oh, really?
Little sprinkle of cheese for me.
A spoonful of cheese?
Just a spoonful of cheese and just sprinkle it on there. Palette knife, please. This is the exciting part
Now,
for me,
why
folding.
has it not turned into scrambled eggs?
Because I whisked it as we were cooking
Yeah.
it. And all I'm going to do now is just start to fold it. And hopefully, it's not going to stick. 1.5 minutes.
Looks great.
Slightly runny.
Yeah,
in the
that's
centre.
how I like it.
I'd be
Slightly runny.
over the moon if you just give me, A, a little taste, and B, a verdict.
That's really good. Really, you had just the right amount of cheese in there. Yeah.
Marks out of 10.
Oh, definitely 10.
10. And
10
is
out of
it as
10.
good as Percy's or better?
It's as good as.
As good as. I think you've been an absolute sweetheart. Thank you, darling.
It's been fun.
Next on the menu,
Service, please.
my mum teaches me a thing or two about serving desserts
This is easy peasy, isn't it? I don't know why you got all stressed out about it.
and how to get a three-course meal for literally nothing.
It's a little bit bruised, but I mean, that's a banana.
Welcome back, just in time for pudding.
Round we go. Oh dear, how can you have that moment with your mum? Huh? Okay. Oh, there's not enough string on the apron.
Oh, that's cheeky, isn't it? What's he like?
I love you. I'm joking. Take the portion like that and just on top of the creme fraiche like that. But make sure you serve all that nice caramel. Something you didn't have in your Eve's pudding.
All right, Gordon, don't rub it in.
I know you don't like shouting. I know you don't like swearing. Yeah, but I want you to shout a nice, big, loud service for me.
Service, please.
No, it's not loud enough. No one heard you.
Service, please.
No, Mum, you got to say it, yeah? With a pair of sort of goonies. Service, please.
Service, please.
That's better. Thank you. Table?
5, please.
Table 5. Let's go. OK.
This is easy peasy, isn't it? I don't know why you got all stressed out about it.
My mum's happy, but are the diners?
It was the texture that I absolutely loved about it. It just was perfect for me.
I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I loved the texture. I thought the nuts on the top were gorgeous. It wasn't too sweet, but it was just very, very enjoyable, light and perfect to end the meal.
Right. What do you think of dessert?
It was fantastic.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I'd love to have tasted your mum's, I must say.
Yeah, but you were happy for once?
Over the moon, yeah.
Would you have paid for it?
Of course not.
Of course not. Right, Giles, when you're not freeloading in restaurants, what else have you been eating this week?
When I'm not doing my job in restaurants, eating because I have to...
I'm glad the way you call that a job. What have you been doing?
This week, I've been eating from dustbins. I've been living the life of a freegan. A freegan is a person
From a dustbin?
From a dustbin. A freegan is a person, you would say, rather like me, who never paid for their food. But they do it by going round the back door of restaurants, sandwich shops, supermarkets, and going through the rubbish, which is usually huge amounts of really good fresh food, which gets thrown away to serve the great capitalist beast. I'm terribly sorry to take you away from Gordon's delightful restaurant and bring you to this revolting, stinking rubbish heap. But there's food here too. A third of all the food that we produce in this country is thrown away and ends up in a place like this. Why do we throw so much food away?
Society is a lot more picky about quality. Supermarkets are very choosy. People won't buy apples when they're flawed, they're the wrong shape, the wrong size. So there's a lot of food waste being generated through grading. Perfectly decent food that just never makes it to the table.
One of the solutions is to intercept it between the bin and the landfill and eat it. And that's what Freegans do. So I'm going to get one of these Freegans to help me make a three-course meal using food found in bins.
It all started, I think, when I was breeding pigs, and I realised then...
My God, you didn't eat what the pigs didn't want to eat.
No, I didn't eat what the pigs didn't want to eat. I used to collect waste food and give it to the pigs.
Right. Oh, OK, so...
And it was then that I realised just how much food was being thrown away every single day by every single outlet.
What kind of bins are we talking about?
So, right, what we have here is a bin of a typical central London supermarket, and inside, you can be pretty sure there'll be some food. OK, so what we have here is a lot of bananas.
We have a lot of bananas.
So, you know, it's perfectly good. It's what you'd expect to find on anyone's fruit table. I mean,
look, that's packaged. But my hands are a bit dirty.
Bananas have a
It's a little bit bruised, but I mean, that's a banana. There's nothing wrong with that at all. See, that's the kind of thing you can eat straight from a bin, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, I suppose so, yeah.
So look, Tristram, the point is that with these bins have not been that promising. It's not been a particularly good time. I've got this box that I want to fill. And do you think there's any chance that we could we go somewhere else to some slightly more upscale bins? I really fancy like a chocolate cheesecake.
Someone's been here already and left all the bags open.
Do you shop every day for it, or do you bring it home and put it in the fridge?
Well, same as you. I go shopping every few days, only instead of going shopping, I get it out of a bin and I'll take it home and I'll do just what you do. I think you've caught a dud there, Giles. Yeah. I think that's a rub.
Caught a dud. It takes a certain amount of expertise. Apparently up here there's a place which always leaves loads of really fine food out, so we're going hunting. My God, look at that.
Sack. Extraordinary. Absolutely full. We've got buns, we've got sandwiches, we've got cheese.
So my three-course meal, let's start off with a possible salad then. That's a starter, that would go.
Starter? Avocado and mozzarella salad.
Quite nice-looking mozzarella.
Okay, tuna, is that any good for you? I mean, this is...
I don't know if it was line-caught dolphin friendly, so I won't touch it.
If you're going to kill an animal, to put it onto a food shelf, the very least you can do is eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, show it some respect.
It's what Flipper would have wanted. So after not very long rummaging with my newfound Fregan friend, I have assembled not just a meal, but a banquet fit for a king. Wasn't able to find a table, so having a nice picnic on the grass. And I'm going to start my meal with a spot of sushi. I'm going to have a little bit of free soy sauce. The chopsticks came free. Okay, next up we've got some salad, a bit of balsamic vinegar and cheap olive oil. That's perfectly decent. I've had worse in many a high street chain brasserie, for which I probably paid £7 or £8 plus service. There's very little service here, you don't have to tip the dustman. Oh, it's pasta under there, very exciting. This is a pasta and cheese salad with an unidentified brown thing, but you always get unidentified brown things, even in Gordon Ramsay restaurants. You're watching the nation's foremost restaurant critic eating rubbish he's found in bags that's sitting on the floor in a city park. No stronger message could be given about the waste that is being thrown.
That Giles Coran will do absolutely anything for a free dinner. Tight bastard.